Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a sketchbook talk. I can't even remember when the last time was. I think it was closer in the summertime, maybe the ending of 8th grade. Anyway, instead of working in my personal sketchbook, I'm actually working in my Art 1 sketchbook. And I did this maybe, I want to say 2 weeks ago, where I was trying to finish things up for interims, since interim grades were locking last Wednesday. Yeah. Anyway, since this is going to be shorter, I'm going to quickly just kind of go over, practicing and the amount of work I've done regarding to art. And I'm bringing this up because my art teacher, coach, and I say coach because he is a coach for some reason. This coach has been slamming us with work. Like, he low-key acts like one of those teachers who tends to forget, like, I have 7 other classes I attend to, and most of them do give me some sort of homework or something to do, like study or something. So, needless to say, none of his class really likes him all that much. Don't get me wrong, he's a great person, but just slams us with work. Anyway, I bring this up because I have been practicing a lot, and I know practicing is important when it comes to art because, unlike literally every other skill, I'd say, when it comes to the arts, whether it be music or cooking or the fine arts, as I'm doing right now, you can't just get better by studying it. And I guess this also goes for sports too. You can't get better, sure, knowing what to do, knowing how to dribble in sports or how each medium works, that goes a long way. And if you need to study that, study that. That goes for like color theory. But honestly, when it comes to art, you have to physically be practicing art. You have to be making works of art, just at least sketching a little bit. And this is where, like, if you do like the Sketchbook Slam challenge or Inktober or like iCAD, those are challenges that not only actually challenge you in like an almost unnecessarily hard a way, but it really forces you to practice and practice a lot. And that's the only way you're ever going to get better at art. All the great artists any art you appreciate, it's through most likely years of practice. And even still, it could be better. And that's the one thing that I am fascinated about art. It's just, it can always be better. And I can't just know it. I have to practice it. I have to get used to it. I have to develop my own style. And that's what attracts me to art. And I love it. And I love that about art. But at the same time, like right here, I gotta practice this crap I absolutely hate. I hate doing 1 point perspective. I think this is just a common theme. Perspective's a son of a... You have to take this ruler and you gotta be precise. And if it doesn't look precise, it's off and it looks weird and it's annoying and... Woo! Yeah, I don't think anybody really appreciates 1 point perspective. And if anybody were to do that as like their main thing they do, I applaud greatly because it's annoying. But that's part of practice. You gotta practice the crap you hate. You gotta practice perspective and maybe, finer techniques and line art, which goes along with Inktober. It's just, you gotta practice. And I'm glad that Art 1 is pushing me to practice more. Am I glad that it's taking up a lot of my life and it's somewhat of a big source of stress? No, but you know what? I'm working on it. I'm trying to. I'll give you updates on how well that's actually going at maybe the end of the quarter. But yeah, I'm trying to stick with practicing. Now, obviously, if you're in school, you cannot be doing art every single day. If you can just doodle every single day, that's a lot more than what I'm doing. But if, say, you don't have school obligations and say you're trying to make art a career or you're in art school and you're a lot more serious about it, yes, try to sketch at least a page a day. Work at it, like make projects. Excuse me, if you want to be good at something, you have to practice it. If you want to make great big animations one day, start a big animation. Obviously, if you've never animated before, you might want to start smaller. Start with maybe warm-ups and practices, and then you practice, you do a big animation. It doesn't have to be very good. It's everything's practice, really. Even final projects that end up into museums one day, chances are there's a small chance that those were practice, or like, well, no, there probably weren't intentional practice. Yes, you want to make a good piece out of it, but it's still a practice in a way where you're still learning something. You're still learning tricks to do. You're still learning how to handle acrylics or oils or whatever it is you do. And yeah, if you keep on that, you will do great. And that's why I guess that's why Holly Brown actually really started the Sketchbook Slam Challenge. And I remember her mentioning, yeah, you gotta practice often, and that's the Sketchbook Slam Challenge was designed to make you really practice. Really practice. I mean, she was doing 20 pages a day? That's 600 pages in 30 days. I want to say it's around 20, maybe 25. And that's assuming you don't fall behind. I know my artist friends are having trouble keeping up with Inktober, let alone 25 pages of sketching a day. Jeez. But it's that kind of commitment to art and that kind of commitment to practicing and to getting better that makes great artists. And I'm coming to the end of my video, so thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.